Hello, everybody. I'm coming to you with my very first recorded book review. As an instructional support specialist at my school, it's often up to me to decide on which books we can read, which staff developments to do. So, very often, I'm charged with reading books to find the best instructional practices and the best strategies for our teachers to use. So, as teachers across the world grows, I decided why not let everybody benefit from these reviews, not just the teachers at our school. So my very first book review online is going to be Who's Doing the Work by Jan Burkins and Kim Yaris. I had the wonderful opportunity to meet these ladies at the NCTE 2016 conference here in Atlanta, and I was very excited about doing a review for their book. First of all, on page 2, the book grabbed my attention when it started talking about learned helplessness. Yes, learned helplessness. And very often when I observe students in classrooms and I observe teachers doing lessons, so often you see the teachers do things like, get your mouths ready. What does that begin with? What does it sound like? What does it end with? We oftentimes do what we call book walks or text walks, or walking through the text, where we give out all the vocabulary words and the parts that we think the students may get stuck on, or parts of the text that we think may be challenging to the students, and we break those parts down right away. We summarize the book for the students as soon as we start out, and that's something that these two ladies are saying that's crippling our children. So right away, that got me to thinking about the scaffolds that they were talking in this book. The one that comes to my mind right away is scaffolding when you get ready to paint a ceiling. You put the scaffold up so that you're able to paint the ceiling. But what happens when you're done painting the ceiling? You take away the scaffold. But in the event that you need to touch up the ceiling up in certain places that you may have missed, or certain places that are crumbling or not quite covered, what happens? Yes, you have to replace the scaffold in order to reach those places again. So these ladies were talking about the instructional context of read aloud, shared reading, independent reading, guided reading, as it pertains to being able to help children do more of the work, therefore taking a lot of that onus off the teachers, because as they stated, somewhere along the lines with this high stakes testing, teachers have assumed more of the responsibility when it comes to the reading. Well, what happens when a teacher assumes more of the responsibility? The teacher is the one doing most of the work, therefore the teacher is the one that's doing most of the learning. I've only gotten into chapter 1 and 2, so I won't go into all of those now, but just keep in mind that Who's Doing the Work so far is an awesome read.